Okay, now you have a good understanding of how to use the packages we just installed. So first, we need to use npm install package name to install a package, either locally or globally. In this case, we installed two packages, Lodash and UID locally. So all the local packages will be saved or stored under this node_modules directory, which is under the current directory of the project. We also modify the package.json. As you can see, once you do npm install Lodash, then line 12 is added in dependencies. Of course, you can also add something to dev dependencies. In this case, we installed a package called Webpack. All right, then how do we use a package in a module? First, we need to require this package, require Lodash, and then assign it to a variable. So for example, here is underscore. Then we can use variable name .api to use all kinds of functionalities in this package. All right, I really want to mention the importance or emphasize the importance of package.json right here. So let's say you're done with your project and ready to push it to a remote repository, for example, GitHub or Bitbucket or GitLab or any remote online code repository. So you want to push your code, right? But make sure you ignore this directory, node_modules. So put it in your .gitignore file, because there is no reason to push all the third-party packages to GitHub. Why? Because people can easily download it from npm, right? So pushing this to your GitHub would be a waste of bandwidth. And you remember, this directory can become very, very large and very heavy. If you remember the picture I showed you, that small joke. Okay, so let me show you an example. I found a very interesting project on GitHub. It is called Real World Example Apps. The reason I like it is that you can see how the exact same medium.com website, or you say it's really a medium.com clone, is built using different kinds of front-end and back-end technologies. For example, you can see React and Rails. You can see Angular and Django. So this is front-end technology and this is back-end technology. All right, if I scroll down, here is a list of all the front-end technologies they used. So here in this project, they use React, they use Angular, they use React, Vue, and so on and so forth. I don't know half of the frameworks. If I scroll down again, here are all the backends. They use Express, this is from Node.js, and they use PHP, and here is Flask, and here's Spring. We're gonna talk about Spring later on. So it's really a good website. I highly recommend you guys to look at each project and you can know the difference or pros and cons of front-end and back-end technology. All right, so let's say we're interested in Vue, of course, but this time let me show you React. So I'm very interested in how to use React to build medium.com. All right, if I scroll down, well, this is a Node project. How do I know? Because every Node project has a file called package.json. Okay, so if I click this file, I can see here there are some dependencies. Okay, if I go back, do I see a directory called node_modules? No, right? Because the author didn't really push it there because there's no need. Let me clone this to my local host, and then I will install all the packages and launch it. So click here, copy this, and then I'm going to start my terminal. So here is my current directory. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to git clone, copy and paste. All right, turn. Okay, I have successfully downloaded the project from GitHub. Okay, so ls cd react, I think that's the one. Okay, as you can see, they already have a .git folder in it. That's why my Z shell shows I'm on master branch. All right, ls, we have package.json, but right now we do not have node_modules directory. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type npm install. This time, I'm not going to specify any package name. If you simply just type npm install, this will trigger the installation of all the packages that we specified. Not we, but the author specified in package.json's dependencies and dev dependencies. So if you press return, it starts downloading. It will take a while.
2,000 years later.
Right now, If I clear an ls, as you can see, a new directory called node_modules is generated by node install. Okay, now we have all the packages this current React project needs. How do we run it? Let's take a look at package.json. So vi package. Of course, you can do this in VS Code, right? Okay, press enter. In this package.json file, besides name, version, and so on and so forth dependencies, we also have something called Npm Scripts. Take a look here. So in the script, it looks like we can use start to start this project. Okay, here we're not going to build, we're not going to test, we're not going to eject, we're not going to deploy. We simply just want to start. Okay, so let me exit. And the command is npm run start. Okay, so this start, how do I know this start? I know this start from the npm scripts in package.json. That's why that file is super important. So press enter. Okay, as you can see, now it is starting. So we're starting at localhost 3000. Of course, you can change this number to 8080 or whatever your favorite port number. And this is a product. But those are just some testing data, but it's really similar to Medium, if you know what a Medium is. Okay, medium.com. Okay, it's a clone, right? It's not exactly the same, but you can take a look. So in summary, if you find a good project on GitHub, or if you have your own project and you give it to somebody else, the first thing to do is you go into that directory and use npm install. That will install all the packages you need.